Hello. Guidance 2222 has returned. Welcome back, Guidance. Oh, you're doing the Brian Rose thing again. I thought I'd put you straight about the Brian Rose thing, Guidance. I don't know whether that's Brian Rose who's filming for Bill Maloney at Brian Harvey's MI5 setup in Parliament Square. It looks like Brian Rose, or the cameraman looks like Brian Rose. I spoke to that man. I said I made it a point to try and speak to everybody there because it was quite obvious something weird was going on.
The thing is, Paula Mann, I found out it was Brian Rose because I watched one of your videos, and in description of all the people that was at that Parliament protest, you put Brian Rose as one of the people that was there. You put Brian Rose's name there. And now you're saying you're not sure if it was Brian Rose. So at the time you've put Brian Rose, so you must have thought it was Brian Rose, and you must have got the name from somewhere. But now I'm asking you about it, you're not sure.
Ben Fellows had done his walk and his protest had been promoted on social media for weeks on end, followed and supported by a lot of people, except they weren't in Parliament Square to greet him after he'd walked 300 odd miles to protest against corruption. There was just me and a group of 12 people who turned up with Brian Harvey. So very quickly I wondered what was going on. And I tried speaking to everybody, and it seemed quite clear to me that all the people in that group had been told not to speak to anybody that wasn't in their group, because they weren't very communicative. For people that had turned up at a protest, thought they might have been pleased that somebody had actually showed up. You know? Oh, somebody's come along to help us and support us. No, they were very cagey. Anyway, the man I spoke to, who was doing the filming for Bill Maloney, sounds a little bit like Brian Rose. He looks a little bit like Brian Rose, in my opinion. I don't know whether it is Brian Rose. I get the impression, Guidance, that you want me to say that it's Brian Rose. I don't.
Well, only because when I read your description from your video, you'd written down Brian Rose as one of the people that was there. And when I asked you if it's the same Brian Rose that hangs around with David Icke, yeah, you said it sounded like him and it looked like him. And then you got a bit funny because I was trying to confirm it a bit more. And now you're saying the same kind of thing. You're not sure it could have been him, it looked like him. But why would you put someone called Brian Rose that was at this event, Parliament Square? Is that a different Brian Rose?
No, one way or another. I'm not that interested in it. You can work it out if you want. I've got bigger fish to fry. And there is a thing with all these conspiracies going on online, these outlandish claims that people make, that you can spread yourself too thinly. And I'm involved with the Brian Harvey, Bill Maloney, John Wedger thing at Parliament Square. So that's my thing. Guidance, I believe you're involved with the Hampstead thing.
Because I watched the YouTube video. I got a coach down to Golders Green bus station. I walked straight to the area where the allegations were made. I made a video. I put it online. I was contacted by Ella and Abraham. And that's how I got involved. I went down to the court. I filmed Belinda. I went into the court. I saw the dad. I had a confrontation with him. And I started to have my doubts about the case. I was worried about the children, because obviously children's involved, and whatever's happened with that case, something's not right. So yeah, I was involved with the Hampstead case.
I don't believe that case at all. I don't believe they were sacrificing babies at satanic rituals and eating babies. I don't believe that. Sorry if that disappoints you.
People can think what they want, but the fact is, it does go on. People are doing these things with babies and that. And there's a lot of evidence out there. So whether it happened in the Hampstead case, that's the allegations that were made. And Brian Gerrish was made aware of it well before it come online, before I even heard about it. And quite a few people in the alternate truth movement was aware of this information. So yeah.
But what I say about my life is absolutely true. And I try and stay away from people involved in these kind of conspiracies. Because I don't want people to dismiss me as some sort of weird conspiracy theorist who's making up lies. Okay? I'm not involved with a group. I represent myself with my truth, and that's it. Also, guidance, I don't care if you doubt me. You're quite right to doubt people. People should doubt people online that are saying things, really.
The doubt was just there because you put Brian Rose in your description. You've named a Brian Rose being at the event. Then you got stroppy via comments trying to say that I was drawing people away from your truth when that wasn't what I was trying to do. I was just trying to confirm if we're talking about the same Brian Rose via comments. And then like Brian says, Brian Harvey, when you went to see John Wedger, it looked a little bit suspect, but you know, that's how you deal with things. That's your way, you know.
Not just jump on, start believing them, go around trodding people because they're saying something different to the person you believe in. Yeah, I expect to be doubted. In fact, I trust people that would doubt me. Yeah? Ask me questions then. Ask me sensible questions. Test me.
I sent 2 comments on your video. They were there for a little bit. When I've gone back, they're not there anymore. So obviously there's no communication via YouTube videos. For some reason, the comments get deleted.
There's too much of this belief thing going on. It's like a religion, faith-based. But like I said, I don't really care, guidance. I don't know where you are in the world. If you're in London, I'm wondering why you didn't come down to the Tavistock Centre in Hampstead and speak to me.
I left it a bit late. I did come down there. Your big green tent was still there. But you weren't around. And then later I saw another video where you were somewhere else. Like you say, the Brian Rose isn't that important. And I suppose you wasn't that important. A lot of information was available online. You were making a lot of videos. And I suppose I was just waiting and watching to see how you were dealing with things. Like I say, everyone's got their own way. And yeah, I've got a bit of doubt. Like people doubt me. It's just a natural thing that seems to happen. You can't convince everyone. Not at the same time. It takes time.